It's Friday, and you know what that means. We got to talk about some new music now, don't we? But something else to talk about for once is some old music, and that is because today is the 105th birthday of Charlie Parker, Bird, as he's also known in the jazz community. So, living in Kansas City, being a lifelong Missouri resident. Charlie Parker is internationally known, really crazy jazz innovator, uh, pretty much a virtuoso at the saxophone. So if you have not listened to any Charlie Parker music in ever or recently, go ahead and check some out. You can find them on streaming, you can find them all over the place. Hell, you could probably find some Charlie Parker records at your local record store. Listen to some Charlie Parker. It's Bird's birthday, 105. He's no longer with us, but you know what? He's a legend nonetheless. And kicking things off, old band, new music. I'm talking about Cassiopeia with the album True Blue. So this is the 37th album from Cassiopeia. They've had several lineup changes over the years, but the lead guitar player, Issei Noto, has remained in the band the entire time. And if you've ever listened to Cassiopeia before, or if you've ever listened to like a Japanese music compilation, you've probably heard Cassiopeia's music, and you've probably heard Issei's guitar playing. Just like I just mentioned, if you've listened to Cassiopeia before, then you know what you're getting into, and the J-Funk, the jazz fusion, it's all here. It's all present. You get that amazing soaring guitar sound from Issei. You get this like really funky bass going on. Yeah, maybe this isn't my favorite Cassiopeia album. I mean, their debut album is lights out incredible. Their live album, Mint Jams, is also 10 out of 10. So does this new album rank as highly as those? No, but it's really great even still. And if you like that music, you got to check it out. Next album to talk about, The Beths, with the album Straight Line Was a Lie. Now I'll tell you this much. I previously to today was not very much of a Beths fan. In fact, I didn't really like them at all. Don't know why, because I listened to this album and I thought it was great. They take that bedroom rock, singer-songwriter pop or whatever, but they went more like jangle rock, jangle pop with it. And the whole time I was sitting there and I'm like, how is it possible that I ever disliked this band now that I'm listening to this album? And just had a really fun time listening to it. Some of the songwriting is like pretty funny. Yeah, I just, you know what? I think this is a great record, especially if you like, bedroom pop and rock. You gotta check it out. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? You like it? Zach Top with Ain't In It For The Money. Zach Top, kind of a up-and-coming artist. I think he's got a few albums under his belt, and he is really doing a throwback to like 90s, early 2000s country. Think of artists like Garth Brooks, Kenny Chesney, even a little bit of Brad Paisley. He's kind of emulating some of those guys, and he has this sort of old school sound, even though the sound really is not that old, right? And of course, Zach Top is a young guy. But, if you were going to compare Zach Top's voice and the way that he sings and the way that he composes these tracks to someone like, I don't know, fuckface Morgan Wallen, then, yeah, you'd be like, oh, there's a massive sea change between these two guys. One of them is great, Zach Top, and the other one sucks, Morgan Wallen. And anyway, if you didn't like the new Charlie Crockett album because it's maybe like too Americana or like too roots rock or something like that, and you want something that sounds more like 90s country, you should really check out Zach Top. And you may, if you are a country fan, you may have even heard the song Splitsville. I've at least heard it once on the radio. I think it's a great song. I think the writing is really good. There is one song on the record, kind of in the midway. It's the chorus is something like, I don't give a flip-flop about that beach. That one really did remind me of like some cringy Kenny Chesney type stuff. You know what? That's not really the kind of country I like to listen to anyway, so that one was kind of a skip. But the rest of the album I thought was very fun, and I thought the writing was also very good. And the last album I'll talk about today is end it with the album Wrong Side of Heaven. These guys are a hardcore group. This is their debut album. They've been around for several years, and they've put out some really good singles and an Audiotree session, if you're familiar with Audiotree. And now they have finally put together a record. They released it on Flat Spot Records. And it's, you know what, it's great. It's really in-your-face, hardcore, really fast, really driving type stuff. There is one track near the end of the track list where they kind of do a little bit of a pop punk thing, and that one's just okay. But the rest of the album, really good. If you like hardcore, if you really like hard-hitting, fast punk music, you're gonna love this. And the singer does a great job, does a really, really phenomenal job. A+ to you, and I love your stuff. So anyway, that's all the records I wanted to talk about today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you later. Maybe we'll do this again next week. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe we won't. Maybe I'll say, whatever. Anyway, bye-bye. Take care.